My name's Gene from City of Kingsport Public Works. What this is National Public Works Week. We do allow the public to come out and get to experiment with a little bit of the equipment we have. Give kids a chance to get on some of this equipment with adult supervision. What we got behind me is a Gradall. It's approximately 2 years old. We purchased trade-in about 2 years ago. It's a great excavator. It'll turn 180 degrees. It turns 360-degree turn radius on it. It's ideally for digging utility cuts. We can dig out creek banks. We can put rapstone on banks. It's one of the most versatile pieces of equipment the city has got. Like I said, we've had one before this was a co-ring. The only difference between this and the co-ring we had, this one don't have the outriggers. And this is all joystick control. That's about all I can tell you about it.
My name's Tom Parham. I'm Vice Mayor of Kingsport, and I'm visiting the Civic Auditorium location for Kingsport's event, or public service event for National Public Service Week. It's really a nice event. It's the first time we've done it. It demonstrates and honors our outstanding public service people, and also it gives us a chance to see the equipment they use, and in some cases visitors, children, and dads and moms can even try it out. So I'm impressed, and come on down. I think people will have fun.
My name's Kevin Skelton. I work for the City of Kingsport Engineering Department as a survey party chief. We're a three-man crew, and anytime the city does like annexations, we're in charge of going out and doing the surveying for new sewers, any water line surveys, anything along those lines that we go out and gather the information that we can bring back to the designers, and they can design the plans. And we're involved in a lot of different diverse projects. Sometimes we're involved in things like right-of-way questions. If a citizen has a tree on and he doesn't know if it's on right-of-way or not, it's damaged and needs to be taken down, they'll send us out to look at that to decide whether it belongs to the city or not. But anyway, we use different equipment. Yep. Right here we have our GPS unit, and the city just recently, within the last 5 or 6 years, started using a GPS system from Trimble. We have a base station that's down at the improvement building, and we use that whenever we can to pick up information, and it really greatly speeds up our efficiency. Before that, we relied solely on a total station. This is a Top Con total station. It takes a little more time to do the work, but there's times when this is still the best tool for the job. It's an interesting job. It's something that there's a lot of variety to the projects we're involved in, and it's never a dull job. There's always plenty to do, but that's about all.
I'm Billy with the Kingsport City Water Sewer Filter Plant. This truck behind me is a 4,000-gallon pumper tanker truck. It's mainly used to haul the solids from the water filter plant down to the sewer filter plant to be processed. It can also be used for pumping out wet wells and cleaning other places.
What we have here is a sewer TV inspection system. We're looking for defects in the sewer line to identify roots in the pipe, cracked pipe, leaks in the pipe. In sewer lines, we don't want extra water in our pipes because then we have to treat the water. It's kind of in the reverse of water lines. Water lines, they don't want to leak, they have leaky pipes to have water escaping. We look for defects in the sewer, such as, like I said, roots and broken pipe. With this equipment, we can actually pinpoint where those broken pipes and leaky pipes are, and have a crew come out and make those repairs to make the sewer system more watertight. We have things that we're looking for, like say inflow and infiltration. The infiltrations where water gets into the sewer pipes is a sneaky or leaky pipe. Inflow is where actually you have things hooked on there like area drain out in your yard, or roof drain connections or even sump pumps. We do not want the sump pump water to come into our sewer. Again, like I say, that just adds cost to our treatment facilities to have to treat extra water that we really don't need. He's got monitors in there, he's got a computer system in there that as the camera travels down the line, it pulls out a cable and it actually measures the footage that the camera's traveling down through there. And so as far as the camera is down the line, you can tell where the defect is. So you can measure off from a known point such as a manhole, measure down to a leak in the pipe or a broken pipe, and mark that for repairs.
Now it hits the real button. And
Plus.
all right, now you can camera down. Now you can take off down through there and the cable will pull out with you. That's the camera actually traveling down on it.
Here's our monitors that you can look from the back and see what's actually out there. This is a manhole with a flow monitor. You have other equipment out there that actually measures the amount of water coming down through the sewer system. We have rain gauges that actually compare or add rainfall events to our sewer flows so we can identify if the rain has induced water into our system. We've got charts over here that can show you that rainfall does affect the sewer system by adding extra water. And this is the flow of the water. You usually have usage of the water during the day. You know, more people use the water and then the flow will go down, and more people start using it, it'll go down. And you always have water in the sewer pipe because it's laid at a gravity so that it's constant flow in there. But you have people, like I say, get up and do the showers, wash their clothes, restaurants and stuff. So it just kind of shows what we call the diurnal curve of a sewer line. Water that's coming in during regular times, and then at night the flow starts to go down. Here we have a valve turning trailer. This not only turns the valves, but we can clean out valve boxes with this trailer. We can actually GPS a valve itself, so we have a known location, can map these things out. Part of the program for exercising valves is you want valves to work when you need them. If you don't exercise valves, open and close them, the valves when you need them may not operate. So we've got this device here to help us with that program so we can start exercising our valves, make sure if we do have a main line break that we can cut the water off. What we have here is radio read meters. The city has gone to a radio read meter system about 3 years ago to save money in the cost it would take to read these meters. We now have one vehicle that will go around and read these meters. The man drives around through there with a laptop and a radio system in the Prius there and reads the meters just as a drive-by system. So we don't have to physically open up the meter box. We have radios that are in the register itself, and we've had one taken apart that this is what it looks like on the inside. So everything's self-contained in this register body itself within the meter. Some meters like this newer Octave have no moving parts in there. It has a radio with it also that's mounted on the side. This is more for a commercial or industrial application though. And with our meters, they do have data logging capabilities, so it can actually see what the flow is coming through there, and when you have higher flows and lower flows. Now this doesn't come off when we do the reading, it comes off later on. If we have a customer that's had a severe problem in there, we can go back and look and see where his problem actually occurred, such as a toilet hanging up or a broken water line. We can actually see that kind of information now from the meters itself.
My name's Andy Hobbs. I'm with the Traffic Division of the City of Kingsport. This is our bucket truck that we work on the traffic lights with, and street lights and various things throughout the city. Signs and stuff that you see, we put out all your road construction signs as far as the road works ahead, road close ahead, the lane closures, the detours. We do all that during Fun Fest and all the other events that the city has throughout the city. The stop sign that we have is our new HI prismatic material that we're putting on all of our stop signs throughout the city. I think the city altogether has got about 37 to 40,000 signs in the whole city. This is our paint truck that we paint all the lines with, all your long lines as far as double yellows and your side lines and your skip lines on all the streets in the city. The paint machine, the paint that we use has got about a 1.5 to 2 year life to it. And the little machine that you see right there is called a thermoplastic machine. The life of the thermoplastic runs about 5 to 7 years. If you'll see the new streets that are being paved and stuff, once we get them laid out, that's what we're starting to mark them back with, so we don't have to go back as often to do it. The other sample that we have is our sign material, what we make our signs out of. As I mentioned, with the stop sign, the new HI prismatic stuff is the newest materials out there, but you're going to see some engineering grade on some of the daytime events that we do. Most of our prismatic stuff is the stuff that will reflect at night, you know, through car lights and street lights and all that. And then you've got our tube counters where we do counts. We get traffic counts on our streets. We have so many counts a year that we do. You're messing with me over there. So many streets that we do that we count. The city can tell you the average speed, the average count per hour, per day, per week. Whether you're getting trucks or motorcycles or cars and how they come through your neighborhoods and stuff. We count those streets. We do that for future planning. I don't know what all they get into with all that, but that's pretty much what we do and the equipment that you see here for us.
We're the water treatment plant. At the plant in the lab, we use this piece of equipment as a jar test. It simulates the plant on a much smaller scale. We can add our chemicals to the beakers here, and they check to see how much chemical we actually need to feed. And have a lot of different things here. You can't see this, but we look at the river water in here, E. coli, total coliforms, stuff like that. And what we have here are some, this is what our filters are set up with, the different size rock. It goes to sand and anthracite coal, which is this. And that pretty much tells us what our filters are doing. You know, how the water filters down through and catches into the clear well, and it becomes filtered drinking water. Without the water, you know, of course the hydrants, the infrastructure, everything's been here for a long time. Most people they think that to turn the water on, that's where it comes from. A lot of people don't understand what actually has to happen for the water to become potable, which means drinkable. And that's what we do there at the water plant. We take it out of the river, clean it up, and send it through the pipes.
This is our newest traffic signal cabinet. It's called a TS2 Type 2 cabinet and controllers. This is some of the newest controllers that are out now. What separates us from the old ones to the new ones is all our BIUs, which is our units here. These are our new LEDs that we're changed out throughout the city. I think we're 99.9% LED. We went from incandescent bulbs to LEDs, and we have reduced our power bills and electrical bills that we have. And this cabinet here, the way it's equipped, is with the newest, latest, greatest that's out there. I don't think there's too much on the market or anything on the market that's newer than what we have right here, right now. We have got them in all our intersections. We are changing out what few that we do have left. We're changing them out now, and should in the next couple of years have everything changed out to the new TS2 type cabinets and controllers. This right here is your controller, which you program in that controller what you want the intersection to do. as far as each movement of traffic, how long you want it to move, when to go to yellow, when to go to red, and you know when to change. This is all programmed in here. The controller itself actually tells it what to do. It sends a load out to your load switches that goes out to your signal out in the field. This is called a malfunction management unit. It's MMU. That monitors everything that this thing does in milliseconds. If this monitor detects any kind of problem of anything going out in the field in a millisecond, it'll put this signal on flash and say, hey, you got a problem here. And that's when our guys come out and troubleshoot to see what the problem is. This is just power supplies, and these switches, these things here are called load switches. They keep an eye on your load that goes out into the field. If there's a low voltage or a high voltage or something like that, then it'll put the signal on flash too. The way it's running now, like I said, in milliseconds, if you move that thing, this signal's going to start flashing. You know what I'm saying? You got red on the side street and yellow on the main street. We had to come out, figure out what caused that thing to go on flash, fix the problem, and bring it back up running. And it comes back running just like it should. These are new rack mount detectors and things that we have. We can actually run our video cameras off of it for our detection, or we have the option of doing sawing the loops and cutting the loops in the road to make it pick up the vehicles that are coming up. The VIUs is just your bus interface units. They do different things. They send power out to everything and tells it what to do. And like I said, this is the inside of a signal cable when you see it on the side of the road.
Hey, I'm Tom Hensley, here with the wastewater display. Today we've been talking a little bit about some of the new equipment we've gotten. You'll see in driving by the plant the large white dome. That's a cover over the anaerobic digester. That's really expanded our solids handling, and we've also gotten ultraviolet disinfection now, and that's eliminated the chlorine. It's basically the best way to disinfect without adding chemicals. We've had that in operation for about a year now. It's going very well, and the operations of the plant's greatly improved, and doing all we can to improve the quality of the river.
This is Bill Albright and Chris Campbell. We work with the Kingsport Metropolitan Transportation Planning Organization. What we are transportation planners. We're looking at long-range and short-term solutions to the transportation network. We work a lot with TDOT and VDOT on their projects and try to find federal monies out there for implementation of transportation projects.
We also do a lot of grant work. We apply for grants and manage grants for the city, including things like the Greenbelt, historic renovation, safety issues on road projects or road issues around here where you have some problems with crash rates and things like that. So we have implemented safety projects that come from those grants.
This is one of the things we try to avoid getting into our stormwater system is litter. On the stormwater side, but this is a typical catch basin for the city, and it's interconnected with lots of other pipes. And this particular one goes to a treatment system down here in Memorial Park, where we can get rid of the litter, get rid of the oil and grease that comes off from parking lots before it gets into Mad Branch, and it helps clean up the water a lot. So it's a pretty efficient way of helping the stream stay cleaner. We've had earlier this week when we had some rain, we got a lot of phone calls, but we're getting ready to have 3 projects underway in the city to help alleviate some flooding problems in different parts of the city. So we'll be starting that probably next month. And we've got several things. Now that we have a stormwater utility set up, and we're starting to get a fund balance, we'll be doing a lot of construction projects over here in the next year.
If you have an issue with, what would a citizen need to call you for? Like, what kind of issue could they see?
If you see a lot of erosion, or if you have a problem with flooding inside a city street, you can call me, or you can call Public Works general number, and the phone call will get directed to me or to Ronnie Hammonds out at Streets and Sanitation. And we'll look into it. A lot of times there's a simple fix, sometimes it's a more complicated fix. Right now we're restricted. We only can work inside the streets of the public right-of-way. We can't help people with their drainage on their personal property unless it's something that's being caused from the street.
Hello, I'm Jamie Gillenwater. I'm with Public Works Street Maintenance, and today I'm with this grabber truck, and this is Rodney Deal, the supervisor over at Crew, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Hey, I'm Rodney Deal, sanitation supervisor. Tell you a little bit about brush pickup. If you could cut your brush in about 6 or 8 foot lengths and stack it up about yay high instead of putting it out long, it helps the grabber operator, because as you see, when the clam goes down, they can pick up a large stack like this, but when it's long, they can't pick it up. That's why we have to cut it off short. And if you stack the brush kind of where it is right now, it's easier for the operator, you know, where it lays like this so they can swing around and pick it up. And if you watch the operation of the truck, it'll help you out on knowing the best way for the operator to be more efficient so that we can get more picked up in a day. You can also put out all wood and metal products with the grabber, with the brush. Any yard furniture, any household furniture, appliances, stuff like that. We do ask that you don't put any cardboard in it, because in the C&D landfill, we can't put cardboard or paper in it. So with the yard waste pickup on the bi-weekly pickup, it needs to be paper free, that no cardboard, no paper. And we ask that you put your cardboard and your paper in when you recycle, because we can recycle that now. And if you just cut it up into small pieces and put it in your recycle bin, we can take it that way. Hello, I'm Rodney Deal. Okay. All right. This here is, I'm going to demonstrate a pickup on a garbage can. There's an arrow right here on everybody's garbage can that shows you that the lid should face the street. That way the lid doesn't get broken off or anything during pickup. And when I pick it up here, I'll show you the reason why. It's turned around backwards. The lid will go in the truck and it'll actually damage the can and everything. When you set your can out, you need to make sure there's about 2 or 3 feet on each side of the can, because you'll see the arm when it comes out. If there's anything in the way, it'll hit it. And a lot of times that's where messes are made on the side of the curb. So if it's free of any obstacle, there won't be a mess there once we get done picking it up and everything. But I'm going to take the truck and run the arm out and give you a gist of how it actually works and everything to that. See, when the arm comes out, it automatically takes it all the way up and dumps it, and then the operator brings it back and sets it down. A lot of people says that, you know, my can wasn't held up long enough and stuff like that, but the truck automatically dumps it, allows so many seconds for it to be up there and dumped, and then brings it back down and lets go of it. And as you've seen, when the arm comes out, there's a couple feet on each side of the can where the arm is. That causes damage if it's setting against something, and a lot of times if you've got it setting against a street sign, a telephone pole, or a car is sitting close to your can, that's why, you know, we have trouble emptying it when it's set like that. But if you have it free of anything 2 or 3 feet away, then it's easy to dump and everything of that nature.
I'm Denny Ford from Public Works. I'm over storm drains, crew leader, and we install storm line and take care of all the repairs on the catch basins, and pour concrete on the side. And this thing here, we clean out a lot of ditch lines when we have storms, and that's what we do with this backhoe here.
I'm Randy Frazier, Public Works, and this machine right here is the Pothole Patcher by Schwartz. I've had this machine roughly about 3 years now, and it pretty much does what it's called. It's a pothole patcher. It tries to repair all the holes and bad spots in the roadways here in Kingsport. Four-step sequence. First, what you'll want to do when you pull up to a hole is pull up, turn the high pressure air on, which will clean all the debris, rock, and leaves, and even moisture out of the hole. Second will be tack only to give the surface something to grab a hold of. Third step will be tack and rock mixture, and fourth will be dry rock to protect it and to allow it to be driven on.
I'm Dave Castle. I'm an equipment operator. I run the payloader here. It loads dirt, rock, salt in the dump trucks, and that's about all it does.
I'm Daniel Webb. I work for grounds maintenance. I bush hog in the summer, pick up leaves in the fall time. This is the batwing mower that I use in the summer every day. This one's got 2 decks. It's about 12 foot wide, and we've got some that's got another wing on the other side, so it's even bigger. We can get a lot of mowing done. And the big Kubota 4-wheel drive tractor that we use.
My name's Fred Crawford, crew leader for the City of Kingsport. I drove a flusher truck, and it runs down the water, puts down water on the streets, cleans it, where they do a sweeping and everything.
Hi, my name's Greg Willis. I'm the street supervisor for the City of Kingsport. I've been with the city now about 18 years. The piece of equipment you see behind me is the tandem truck that we use during snow fighting events. We have the salt machine on the back that dispenses the salt out on the roadways. We also have the snow plow on front, which clears the snow before the salt's applied. These tandem trucks haul more than the other trucks. They're a little heavier duty for hauling. They carry around 10 tons of salt. And once this piece of equipment is finished in the winter time, these items are hung up. And this truck goes into use during the summertime for asphalt work, hauling work of any type that we use throughout the city.
I'm Lewis Balls with the City of Kingsport, and I'm cooking here for Public Works Week. I appreciate everybody coming by today, and we're just really trying to make the city the best place it can be. Thank you.